Here is a story like many before that details the trials and tribulations of a motley group of musicians, their hopes, their high points and the failures they endured in the process of writing their upcoming single, How You Feel. But it didn't always sound like this. All good stories have to start somewhere. This one began with a dream. One that started back in 1992. A dream fate held at bay, but eventually became one that would never die. They had the determination. They had the know-how. They had the technology. Not to mention the freedom to do what they want, how they want, only galvanised the band's resolve to create a track that would eventually be heard by many, if not dozens. Thus began the process of writing a total banger. When asked about writing their parts, this is what they had to say.
They just come to me.
Well, I came up with my parts just from pure experience. I mean, look, I'm pretty good at everything that I do.
I love it. It's quite a collaborative process where actually the best part of the band is the honesty that everyone gets to contribute their thoughts.
They came to me in a dream and I whistled them and it sounded nothing like the part.
Often I'm just writing riffs, late at night. I just send them on to the guys and say, how do you feel about this? And that's basically how the song started.
Now the song was born. The band's next move was to bring How You Feel to life, so the foundation needed to be set. Dave's studio was the ideal place to give birth to what the band hoped would be a smooth delivery.
I quite like the process of recording the drums on this. It's like hearing your own voice on a camera. You never really like hearing yourself back. But the producer of this particular song's done such a great job of masking all the technical deficiencies of my playing. It's worked out really beautifully. I quite like the drums.
But fair winds and following seas are not always par for the course. And as many bands will attest to, things got interesting when the guitarist had to work with the singer.
No. Faster.
Man, like, how many, do you want to give me
How
some
many
time?
times do you want to fucking talk
I
back?
need
Yeah, nice. That was pretty good. Got to do another take of that. You want to have fucking guidance on this or what? Just get on with it.
Sorry, Chief.
Fuck. Right, no. Will you move this finger up here? You even had a guitar lesson? Fuck. No, in time.
No, I just did it, man.
Do it in time.
Yourself. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going, fuck, turn that off. It's certainly a process. Feels like I've got my balls in a vice. And he just keeps turning and turning and turning until my eyes are popping out my head. That's the best way I can describe it, to be honest.
Taking the reins of a big project isn't always easy. It's even harder when you take on multiple roles. Just ask our gloriously successful ex-leader, Scott Morrison. He'll tell you about how much the pressure builds, like a number 2 prairie dogging before you can get to the shitters at McDonald's.
Yeah, I know I gave those guys a hard time, but I tell you what, because I'm a singer, I'm pretty good. I'll get it all done in one go. Simple. I do one take and I'm like, most singers know what I'm talking about. Don't you guys?
Mr. Professional.
Who the does he think he's singer?
And he definitely suffers from LSD. That's lead singer disease. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
Only 2 weeks in and they'd created what they thought was absolute fire. How wrong they truly were, as initial listening parties gave them a far more objective insight into the way How You Feel would be perceived in its current form.
Yeah, look, when we got that feedback, I just wanted to make it the best that I could, and obviously went about it the wrong way. I mean, I fucked up.
Then, in a stroke of genius,
Just had a great idea.
Dan sent through an early morning idea for a new chorus.
That is a good idea.
This new, reinvigorated chorus was the catalyst for immense change. Changes came thick and fast, and before they knew it, their sick summer jam was only getting sicker. To the max. The inspiration they needed had hit, and full production now became a reality. It was time to leave Demo City.
We work as a team, but we do it my way. It's taken it to the next level.
The way that's turned out is just fantastic.
I never could have foreseen it.
The song turned out brilliant in the end. A lot of thanks to Doc for coming up with that vocal melody in the chorus. That was great. Lifted the song 100% too.
They'd made it. The mountains this band had climbed, the calamity, and the chaos they endured were worthy of a featured audition story on Australian Idol. But they'd done it. Together. Hello Enemy learned a lot about each other and themselves in the process of recording this one track. But can they replicate the vibe needed to record another slapper of a rock song? Only time will tell. But this faceless voice wholeheartedly believes they can.